Hello everyone and welcome to another video by the Skeptical Tomato. Today I'll be thoughtfully critiquing a song by right-wing Deathwood Entertainment entitled Me an Intellectual. Even within the first 10 seconds of the song, it proves to me how unskeptical and rational this man is, and really deems him unfit to really critique the skeptical community in the fashion he has done. For instance, the first 10 seconds of a song which I'm about to play are purely just stolen notes from The Little Mermaid, of all the places that a literal Nazi and self-admitted Nazi would steal his songs from. Now you may be asking me, Skeptical Tomato, but what does that have to do with him not being of logical consistency? Well, for one, he cannot accurately critique the skeptic community if he is violating copyright law within his video. This is a kind of unskeptical nature that these alt-righters, these literal Nazis, need to learn about. And it just sickens me that they would think of doing this. That they would actually think of stealing another individual's hard-earned work and using it for their own thing. Now, some of you may be asking, well, but you're stealing his content through doing this. Well, you see, no. See, what I am doing here is critiquing his content, which is allowed under the YouTube guidelines and the Digital Millennium Copyright Act of 1996. So this is different from the way he is using it. And the way he has used it proves how unskeptical he is.
Me, an intellectual, I never pick a side. Nothing ever really would change if I committed suicide.
Within the first two lines of lyrics in the song, he has already committed some major logical errors and has logical inconsistency. For instance, in the second line, his entire argument is a ad hominem attack. But I will move on to the nature of that last, and I'll first critique the first part of the song, which is, me an intellectual, I never pick a side. Now, there are several problems with this, but let's move on to the major one, which is, he inherently has his inherent argument and flaw he sees in us is that we don't pick a side. But this is the kind of unskeptical thinking he and other people like him refuse to see. That picking a side and having actual beliefs, like having a movement to be with, leaves you open to a lot of just believing the movement and becoming unskeptical and forgetting, wait, is what I am doing logically correct? Am I being logically consistent? And that's the kind of thing that he refuses to follow. And when you don't pick a side, you have your life free, you have your mind free. You are not an ideologue, you are ideologically pure. You have no ideology to contend with and get in your way of skeptical thinking. And that is the real point against why ideologies and movements are good. They aren't. They inhabit our thinking and ability to think rationally. And now there's the second part of this line, which is, nothing would really change if I committed suicide. Now, this is purely an ad hominem attack on the rational skeptic community, implying that by critiquing mostly bad ideas, that are detrimental to society has no impact. Our critiquing of things has led to massive changes in public ideas, has led to an overall better society. Such as with Gamergate, our critiquing of the media and the way SJWs and feminists acted in that period had a monumental effect. They were a peak in the rational community. And ever since then, our movement has been encouraging people to think rationally.
Look at me so rational, a skeptic of the times. Wow. Let's debate feminism a few more hundred times.
Now, in this line, he's referencing to debates that many skeptic YouTubers in the skeptic community have with one another and feminists who oppose their views on feminism. And from this line, he seems to be critiquing our obsession with feminism, and He doesn't realize it, but feminism is the cause of just about many issues in society. Feminism is one of the only groups that are actively pushing against equality. I mean, other than the alt-right and far right-wing people such as Nazis and people from places like the Daily Stormer, Stormfront, and Iron March, including the TRS. And, yes. And all these places, they don't realize that feminism is the root cause of many of society's issues, in the way that equality is what they're fighting against. And they don't realize that you can't just debate something once and move on. You have to continually go back at it. You have to continually convince people it's a bad idea, because if you do not do that, then you will lose grip. And that is ultimately why this kind of thinking is just really unskeptical, and why he needs to learn how to be logically consistent. Now, I'm going to end the video here, as the rest of the song is purely ad hominem attacks and other unskeptical thoughts. But thank you for watching, and I will be pleased to continue with more videos in the future. Sorry for the lull in video production, there were several factors that played into that. But yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.